Hello YouTube, just finished installing the Aeroforce Interceptor scan gauge, dual pod setup. I got the pillar from ZZP Performance for the Sedan model, Cobalt SS. The pillar was like $80 and then the gauges was about $400, but they're pretty cool gauges. You can scan anything that runs through the computer. Wiring them was real easy. You got the OBD2 sensor, alright, or scanner right there. The little harness plugs into there. Like I said, I have the dual setup, so it came with two harnesses. Ran it up underneath, popped off this panel, ran the wire up into it, and then it just plugs into the back of the pods. Like I said, wiring was easy. Some cars require special wiring, which is included in the kit. That's my old gauges. Got special wiring somewhere in there. Alright, whatever. But mine, it was just a plug and play, so it's actually really easy. You can change the logos on them, so when you originally start up the car, they'll kick on with different sayings. I have it set to the Chevy symbol and the SS emblem. So, let me show you guys. Got here. They're pretty cool gauges. They take a while to turn on. Sometimes one will turn on before the other, or another one will turn on. I noticed the bottom one normally kicks on first. Probably gonna make me look stupid. Yep, top one kicked on first. I guess they vary. I have the top one set to battery and fuel, like how many gallons I have left. The bottom one's set to air to fuel ratio and boost. You can change it to multiple different settings. I only have each one set for about 4 different things, and you can just cycle through what you want it to show. Some cars, like here, let me just show you this real quick. It allowed me to select current gear, but obviously I'm not in that gear at all. No matter how many times I shift, it won't tell me what gear I'm in. I'm guessing it just doesn't read it through the computer, so it can't show it. But I have the top one set to battery, and fuel level, air to fuel, and there's the boost. Bottom one, I have a shift light set to 2,500 RPMs. Goes off as soon as you reach 2,500, and then the top one, I have the battery set to 13 volts, so when I'm bumping with my system rolling around, if it drops below 13, a little light will come on and tell me. Setting them was actually really easy. Like I said, installation was easy, setting them was very easy, quite self-explanatory. Just sitting here for 10 minutes, you'll figure it out. I have it set to scan mode. You can change what you want it to run through. There's the setup right there. Hold on, let me try to figure this one out. I can actually show you guys what we got going with it. Alright, I gotta get up on it. Okay. It's a lot easier to see in person. They look like really small lettering, but it's just my camera. It was set to scan mode, which you can select what you want. You have the setup on what you want it to show. You have cyclic scan, which it has about 4 slides. Each one shows 2 things, and it'll scan between each one. It'll show air to fuel and boost. Then it'll jump over to battery and fuel, and you can set it to whatever you want it to, or how long it stays like that. I don't know what record and play is. I haven't figured out much about these gauges. I just installed them. You can check your check engine light. You can get the code for it through this gauge. You can clear your check engine light. You can invert it, I guess flip it around in case you put the gauge in upside down. I'm not too sure what invert is. A dimmer, I have it set on the full brightness because it's really hard to see these things. Data rate performance, you can actually monitor your 0 to 60 quarter-mile times. Apparently you can scan your horsepower and torque through it. I don't know how accurate it is. Annunciator is the shift light. Sometimes these buttons are hard to click, by the way. Annunciator is the shift light. I have mine set to RPMs. I mean, you can set really anything you want. I don't know what these things are, but I just press exit anyway. I have mine set to RPMs. You can set it to whatever you have the scan mode set up to. It'll go off on that. Like I said, I have it set to RPM, so. Oh, damn it. I think I just cleared it. Back up to RPMs. You go down, exit. That's what I have it set to, 2,500 RPMs. These buttons suck. You can set it to above or below, so when you drop below it, it'll kick on. When you're above it, you know what I'm saying. Pretty self-explanatory. Every time you're done a setting, it automatically goes back to the top, which is a little annoying, but come on, click. Enunciator. These buttons. God damn it. Like the 6th time making this video, I keep running into problems. You can turn the enunciator on and off. Horsepower adjustment, I just don't touch. Altitude, you can set what altitude you're at, which is pretty cool. Average miles to the gallon, you can reset your MPGs. I don't know what analog 1 and 2 is. And you can change the logo. Not really many things you can set it to, but still pretty cool. I have mine set to scan, like I said. Air, fuel, boost, and all that. It's real easy to set. Just change through every single thing, just click of a button. In fact, actually, I'm going to set that one to RPMs. You know how easy this is. I set that one to my RPMs and boost, and then I'm going to set this one to battery and air to fuel ratio. Look at that. Look how simple that was. So, these gauges are definitely well worth their money. They look pretty cool too. I have red lighting, red car. I don't know, it lights up pretty good. Haven't driven it in the dark yet, but pretty sure they'll light up nice. Well, I guess that's really it for today. I have new gauges coming in for this cluster. When I put that in, I'll put a video up for you guys. If you have any questions on the Aeroforce Interceptor scan gauge, just shoot me actually just comment on the video, or if there's anything you want to see, just leave a comment and I'll try my best to make a video for you guys. Alright.